and blessings, family. It is yours truly, King Amar Mari and
Queen Amani Amari
in the building in the AM. One more time for your mind, as our good brother Hakeem Wood said. Yes, indeed. Hopefully everybody's week is going well. And we want to thank everybody who has subscribed to our YouTube channel and following us on Instagram. Thank you so much. Again, it's not really about the numbers. It's really about helping people to level up in their lives and to live their best life, to live a victorious life. So we want to thank you all again. We're humbled and honored to serve you. Our attitude of servitude. Iwapele Movement is a ministry where we focus on your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. Iwapele is a Yoruba word for gentle character. All right, that's what we like to focus on. And Ire, which is good character. Okay, so we like to focus on that and help you to live an empowered life. All right, so we get ready to dive in on today. Today's subject matter is this too will pass. This too will pass. Okay, we just want to simply encourage you on today. So if you would be so kind to share and invite somebody may need to hear this during this time of the pandemic. Okay, that's our brother Tupac Shakur. Peace and blessings be upon him. Gotta keep our head up. All right, so on today again, we want to talk about this too shall pass. Okay, we know that we are in a very traumatic time right now where a lot of us are in need of financial assistance. A lot of our people need assistance with food and shelter and clothing. And we know it's a lot of madness going on in the world right now. So we don't want to add to that. We want to come on here today and to help to lift the burden in this world. And so we would like just to encourage you during this time of adversity to just be encouraged, and encourage yourself. I know you may be saying, Brother Amar, how can I do that when I'm in need of all the things that you aforementioned? Well, I'm not telling you that it's easy. What I am telling you is that, as my queen, she says all the time, anything worth having is worth fighting for. And what is that? What is worth having? It's peace. Having peace. Peace that surpasses what? All understanding. All right. Guarding your heart and your mind. You know what I'm saying? So your peace is worth fighting for. Your sanity is worth fighting for.
Yes.
Your joy is worth fighting for. Okay. Your mental strength is worth fighting for. Yes. Okay. So, today we just want to share some tools with you that will encourage you during this time of hardship. Okay. And I just want to share some things with you as it relates to how I get through troublesome times. And what I do is I pray and I meditate. Okay. I recognize that after the prayer is over, okay. I recognize that I'm still in reality. Okay. I'm still in reality. And I just want to help some of you to utilize a better tool to be able to handle your stresses. Okay. Because alcoholism and narcotics, okay, is certainly not the way to do it. In fact, what I like to highlight is that it adds more problems to your life. I want to send a shout out to Queen Kia McCain. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Alafia.
Grand rising to you too, Queen. Thank you so much. We appreciate the love. We appreciate your continued support. Hey, check our sister out too. She's a author and speaker. Check the sister out. She has some powerful content on there that will also uplift your spirit. She's a positive sister. So check the queen out.
Oh, that's great.
But back to the subject matter at hand. As I was afore mentioning, prayer and meditation is what I do. A lot of people,
works.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. A lot of people, they praise me because of the things that I've been through in my life, and how I'm able to maintain my mental strength during those times of hardship. And I'm here to tell you, family, that it does work, as my queen stated. And it has helped me through trying times. Not only that, but also me combating the negative thoughts. Understand that just because you pray and you meditate does not mean that negative thoughts will not enter in your mind. Okay, remember, there's also an enemy within. So not only do you have to fight an enemy on the outside, you have to fight the enemy on the inside. And what is that enemy? That enemy is negative thoughts, negative thoughts. And so even myself, I have to reject those thoughts, not suppress, because when you suppress something, it's still there. It means you're just pushing that down. Okay, so what I do is I reject those thoughts. I don't entertain those thoughts. I don't speak those thoughts. Okay, I make sure that I maneuver my mind. I shift my mind and say, no, that's not my expected end. Because where you are right now, I guarantee you won't be there some years from now. You understand? Like, a season is only for a short period of time. Fall and winter is exactly for that period of time. Remember, it doesn't last always. It's just for that period of time. And we must understand that we're just in a season right now on a global scale in our lives. Queen, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Oh, yeah. Somebody say there's a war going on. And as my king stated, anything worth having is worth fighting for, whether it be your peace, your sanity, your presence even on this earth. We have to continue to fight. And when the dust settles, you want to be still standing. When I have the dust up with whatever situation that is, I want to remain standing. When I have the dust up with bill collectors and at the job, we want to remain standing.
That's right.
He also mentioned that prayer and meditation is what helped take him through. And I just want to add that prayer and meditation can also take you through, right? And not only that, we have to realize that what we're fighting, like he said, is within and without. And there are certain weapons that you use in this fight. You know, prayer is one, being grateful, being thankful, being thankful that you're alive.
That's right.
Being thankful that you have a job to go through. Be thankful that you're living in a civilization where you can reach out and get some assistance from the government at times when you need it. And even then, you can be thankful knowing that your creator, the Mario, or whatever we calling God today, will see you through. So when the dust settles, you want to still be standing.
And what will enable us to stand is having a strong foundation in our lives. And that strong foundation is built upon having the confidence that if I went through it before, I'll go through it again. A lot of times we focus on a current situation of adversity, and we forget that we went through it last time. It may be a different situation. However, you went through it before and you can go through it again.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You know, you went through it before and you can go through it again, family. Listen, I'm not going to sit up here and present to you like as if though our lives is without obstacles. Anybody that's a human being has obstacles in their lives. All of us have obstacles in this life, whether it's finances, whether it's self-esteem, whether it's us wrestling with our health, okay, whether it's having a solid social life, okay, it's success that we're striving for. All of us always have an obstacle to hurdle in life, because if there's not one, then there's another. In fact, I want to submit to you today a situation that we had went through. Our washing machine had broken down. And because the washing machine had broken down now, okay, it's monies that was not in the budget. Okay, now we had the budget for us going to the wash house until our washing machine had arrived. However, there were some obstacles that we had to go over. I'm talking about making numerous phone calls, people not knowing what's going on, bouncing us back and forth like a ping pong ball. We going in between, doing other people's job. And, at the same time, every week, we're spending money every week, spending money, going to the wash house, and we pay for us to have this insurance. So here we are, we're spending money. We understand that that's only what? Temporary, right? It's only for a season, but this season lasted a good period of time where it tried our patience as well. You understand? You know, and even though it didn't break the bank, the whole point is that it was taking longer than it should have taken, and we had to keep spending money, you know, until it arrived. And then not only that, we end up getting the check for the washing machine, okay? But then we ordered the washing machine, and then we still had obstacles to wait for. So we still waiting for a washing machine to come because they haven't delivered the washing machine yet. And then the representative called us last night and asked, Mr. Wall, did your washing machine come? I said, no, it didn't come yet. But listen, family, you say, Brother Mark, what does this have to do with adversity? It's because we need our washing machine. Yeah, we need it, you know, to wash our clothes, you know, and also it's money going out of our pocket that we have to continuously spend. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you that I had to maintain a good spirit. I had to maintain, you know, a cool head. You understand what I'm saying? I had to be patient. And during this time of COVID, you know, it takes things even longer to get to you than it normally would. You know what I mean? So, you know, I said that because I had to look at it like this. Okay, I'm thankful that I had the resources to be able to handle our necessities. See, a lot of times we focus on what we don't have and we overlook what we do have. Listen, in everything, give thanks. In every state that you're in, learn how to be in that situation there with content. Now, understand, contentancy does not mean that you accept living from paycheck to paycheck. No, what that means is you underscore the fact that I have a paycheck, where some people don't have an income coming in. Okay, where some people unemployment is cut off and you have a paycheck still coming in. In fact, you have a vehicle. Okay, it may not be a luxury vehicle, but you're not standing at a bus stop outside in cold weather waiting for transportation to take you to get where you need to go. You understand? So we have to learn how to count our blessings. Yes, I'm not saying that it's easy. What I'm telling you, it's called mental fitness. Okay, just like weight training, family. As you began to do the exercise, you build what? Strength. So as you exercise your mind and you program your mind to focus on whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are pure, think on those things. You understand? And it will help you to be grateful. Queen, you got anything you want to add to that?
I want to encourage those that are standing at the bus stop waiting on the bus in the cold. You know, this too will pass, as the title of the program is. This too will pass. That you will come against some seasons where you're walking, sometimes you're even crawling, but this too will pass. What would allow this to pass? Sheer determination. You have to be determined, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, yes, no matter what they say it is. You have to be determined and stay the course. You know, I've been in many situations where I could have just given up and thrown in the towel. Yes. I could have given up on life, period, point blank, full stop. Absolutely. You know, and I wouldn't be here to live to tell about it. Mm-hmm. But in this time and in this life, and then what we have to deal with, we have to be determined to go to the next level. We have to be determined to go to the next step. We have to be determined to hurdle over the next obstacle. Mm-hmm. We have to be determined to see it through. Mm-hmm. And I just want to encourage you, don't give up on the fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lover and a fighter. I will fight. That's right. What does the song say? Try Jesus, don't try me. You know, rather it be in the physical, because I'm going to fight. Rather it be in the physical, rather it be in the spiritual, what have you. We have to fight. We have to the give up mentality. We have to do away with because this problem bullied me, then the problem wins. No, we gonna fight. What did your mom teach you when you were growing up? If it hit you, hit it back. You know, my mama, she taught me to go for the knockout blow. My grandma taught me how to take a high heel shoe off and beat somebody in the head. Grandma was a gangster. You know, she fought.
We're not advocating violence. We're not advocating violence.
But she fought. Grandma is 90 years old and she's still fighting. You see, we have to continue to fight. And we talked about those weapons, and we talked about prayer. We talked about meditation. I'm going to add that determination is also a factor. Determination is something that you got to hold on to. And I hate to take our little washing machine issue and go on with a sermon. I have a word, because see, I gained a word, you know, when we were talking about the washing machine. We talked about the fact that we had in place insurance. And what can you be sure of? You know, this can I be sure of, that I'm going to press towards the mark. We had insurance the insurance machine was, we'll get another one. I am assuring you that if you continue to press upon towards the mark, that things will start to break towards your behalf. And we also talked about patience, you know, patiently waiting for these things to happen. Patience is a virtue.
That's right.
Like they say in our practice, patience is the mother of character. So you have to have patience.
You know, and that's blessed is a man that endureth. You know what I'm saying? The temptation. You know, endure means that you're fatigued, but you don't give up. You understand what I'm saying? So some of us, we may feel like that we want to give up. But remember, when you give up, like my queen was talking about, this is a mental fight. So when you give up, what you've done is now you forfeited your blessing. You gave up your blessing.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So we have to go through to get to.
That's right.
We have to go through it to get to it. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, we have to understand that life will not be without trials. And some people may say, well, Brother Mar, you know, that's common sense. You know what I'm saying? Not so common for all, family. It has nothing to do with the common sense factor. What it has something to do with is somebody's mind being bombarded and being weighted down. You understand what I'm saying? So the only way that we can relieve that weight is all those things that we pondered on. Not that you should not be concerned about those things.
Yes.
But worrying now, worrying is a state of fear. And fear is tormenting. Fear will terrorize you. The root word in terrorize is terror. So it's fear. So fear begins to settle in. And when fear settles in, now we began to worry. And when we began to worry, some of us unfortunately uses the outlets of narcotics and alcoholism, especially during this time. Okay, where it's a holiday season and some of us have lost loved ones, and we send our condolences to those of you who have. Okay, we send out our condolences. Okay, but please, we beg of you, you know, don't turn those things. Okay, because me being in my years in the United States Marine Corps, as a depressant, it makes things worse. Okay, not only does it make it worse for you health wise, it makes it worse for you economically. Okay, so now not only do we still have those problems when we come off of being inebriated and also being high, the problem's still there. And now it's worse because now some of us have a hangover. And also now some of us a down syndrome, if you will, because drug, and now we become dependent on a substance rather than within our own mental strength and ability to be able to handle those situations. Okay, so we just want to simply submit to you an outlet. Please go seek out somebody that's a psychiatrist. Okay, please go seek out counsel. Okay, because that would be therapeutic for you. It's better for you to talk it out. And also there may be some resources out there for you, food pantries. Okay, you know, sometimes we got to lay down our pride. Some of us, we don't like to ask for things. Okay, but listen, you're not helping yourself when you don't ask for help. You're not helping yourself when you're not asking for help. You're actually hurting yourself. Because, beloved, listen, obviously, the way that you're handling it is not working for you. It's not working for you. Okay, it's okay to need help. Listen, when something is too heavy for me, even as a man, I'll call upon somebody, hey man, this is too heavy for me. I need you to help me to carry that because the burden is too heavy. A lot of times we're carrying things mentally, okay, and it's too heavy for us to carry, and we don't know how to maneuver through life.
Yes.
It's affecting our thinking skills and our critical thinking that we need in order to make it through. We have to think our way through things. We have to think our way out of things. Okay. And believe it or not, family, somebody has it worse than you. Somebody has it worse than you. Sometimes you have to look at that, you know, and I'm guilty of that, you know, especially being in America. We are some spoiled people. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we have a lot of advantages that a lot of other people in various nations don't have.
They don't have.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, so we're more blessed than what we think. Listen, family, you may be on beans and rice, but at least you got something to eat. Okay, you may be having hot dogs for dinner, lunch meat for dinner. You understand? Eggs, bacon. You may be eating breakfast for dinner that you would normally eat for breakfast time. But listen, you have something to eat.
We have food banks too.
You may not have clothes to be able to change out 7 days of the week, or, you know, every day out of 365 days. But remember, you have clothes on your back. You have shoes on your feet. You understand? You have gas in your car, right? Right? You understand what I'm saying? You know, and you may be living from paycheck to paycheck, but at least you have something to get you something, right? And understand, you know, it's not going to last always. As long as like my queen said, you keep fighting, you know, you shall reap your reward. That's all you have to do is keep toiling and you will reap your reward. I'm not just saying this. I'm telling you what I know. You listen to a man who was sleeping on the floor in his friend's apartment. Okay. Sleeping on the floor. At one time, I didn't even have a vehicle. So I'm not family. I'm not just, this is not a Facebook thing. This is not a virtual thing. This is reality for me talking to you. I'm telling you what I know.
And you're talking to someone who lived in Section 8 projects.
Yes.
At the age of 18, was living in housing projects, drug infested, rat infested, rodent infested. Me and my son lived in the projects for a number of years. And I can tell you that my determination and my sheer trying to get to the next level is what kept me. After living in the projects only a few years, because I wasn't the type that was going to stay. Mm-hmm. And at the age of 21, I purchased my first home because I had determination. Mm-hmm. And that I just want to encourage you also that weeping will endure just for a moment.
That's right.
It only happens for a moment. When the rats used to walk over me, it was only for a moment. Mm. Yeah. When the drug dealers was on my front porch, it was only for a moment. You know what I'm saying? This too shall pass. That's right. Then I remember going through a situation and I was like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? And I began to ponder with myself and meditate with myself. And, you know, some of us have a still small voice, or just a knowing within ourselves, something comes. And this thing came to me, the thought came to me, well, what did you do when you passed the last test? What did you do when you passed the last test? What was on the inside of you that carried you over the finish line? What was the pep in your step that carried you over the finish line? Or what was it that carried you over the finish line? Mm-hmm. I submit to you that it had to do with your mental state, like the person here says, your perseverance, your determination, your affirmations. You know, I'm going over. I'm never going over under.
That's right.
I want to affirm that I will make it through this. And I am a victor in this battle.
That's right. And you guys are saying some powerful things out there. Thank everybody who is watching from Uwapele Movement. And Queen Shanrika, she said, that's so true. We are blessed here despite the current situation. Brother Reginald Orr, he said, never despise humble beginnings.
That's right. Absolutely.
Never despise humble beginnings.
We can talk about that too.
My brother said, Reginald Orr, he said, it takes determination. Absolutely. And then Queen Kia said, she said, I just said this recently. Now, see, this is confirmation.
Yes.
She said, think about a time you didn't make it through. You always made it. That's the push to continue. Absolutely. So, family, again, we just want to drop this word in your spirit for today, and to encourage you, to help you understand, that this too shall pass.
Yes.
This too shall pass.
Joy.
That's right.
Comes in the morning.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All praises be. We give thanks. We give thanks. And we know,
that.
I'm saying that, listen, just like us, we went through it. We just want to encourage you that you can go through it as well. What you see us have today, family, the blessings that we have today, we had to fight to get here. This beautiful marriage that we have, we had to fight to get here. You understand what I'm saying? We went through a lot to obtain what we have on today. You understand what I'm saying? We had to fight the good fight.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? We had to stay the course. We had to keep our confidence. We had to hold on to the vision and the dream and the word that was spoken to us.
Oh, yes.
Because listen, some things that confront you in life, it will block your spiritual view. If you stay focused on that, it will cause you to take a detour and cause you to get off track and for you to lose your focus, and you'll forget who you are.
Oh, you're going to make me talk.
You understand? Again. You'll forget who you are. You'll forget all the battles. Listen, warrior, you'll forget all the battles that you have fought in your life that you have won. You understand what I'm saying? You'll forget if you just focus on the person standing, the thing or the person or whatsoever it is. Understand this. Listen, you conquered the other giant.
Yes.
You conquered the other giant in your life. What makes this giant any different? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got the power to get wealth. You understand? Listen, we focus on our now instead of looking at our then, our later.
Yeah.
We focus on our now instead of focusing on our later. When you sow the seed, listen, you got to focus on the harvest. Every time when I went to a school, every time, and this is no exaggeration, every single time I went to a school, I had already seen myself with my certificate in my hand walking across the stage. I had already seen it.
Yeah, see it before you see it.
Already seen it.
See it before you see it.
Already seen it. Just like my queen. The year before we started this real estate investment business, I already seen the houses. She's seen it. I seen it. We dreamt it. But guess what? There were some obstacles that came in our way. But we had to stay focused on what we seen and on what we dreamed.
I was gonna, you said my word again, focus. Let me say something to you all. When you're on a journey to get from point A to point B, and there's obstacles and things in your way, you continue on that path. There's going to be noise all around you. People are going to say stuff. You're going to be distracted. Things will come up. But listen to me. Don't look to the left and don't look to the right. Stay focused. Stay focused on your end. Go straight ahead. I'm a person that I've done some large events. I would do some decorations and put on whole shows. That was a part of, me being a coordinator. And I know that when I began to start a show, that things was going to come up. somebody was going to be late. This was going to happen. This was going to happen. And people were not going to be pleased or what have you. But I had a sheer determination to focus on the end. I knew that it will all come together in the end if I stayed the path and if I wasn't distracted or focused. See, it's some people's job to distract you. It's some negative energy's job, and maybe even, I don't know, to distract you from where you're going. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right, but stay focused. That's right. She said, this user, I don't know who it is, said, eyes on the prize. Your eyes and your feet better be going towards the prize. Don't worry about what they say and he say. You go to where you're going.
That's right. That's right. You know, and thank you again, spiritual fam that's tuning in from EY Pele Movement on Facebook there. Thank you so much for tuning in. The now influences the later. My brother said, focus on your next step. Yes, stay focused on the end game. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. So that's again, right. Family, you know, we want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for this session. Hopefully, you know, this was a blessing to you. You know, remember to check us out on Facebook and to follow us on Instagram. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's not about, you know, the numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's about being a blessing, all right, to you, okay, and to help you, okay, to live your best life. Again, this is yours truly, King Amari, and
Queen Amani Amari.
In the building one more time again for your mind. Listen, we do these programs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the same station on these platforms, okay? So make sure you check us out. The times vary, okay? But it's always in the AM, always in the AM. So look out for these videos.